Hello everyone, Kurt Overter here, and this is another video in regards to the Posta perspective. Today we'll be talking about the mechanics in regards to the sword draw and how basic functions and movements, I believe, lead to a mechanic of pulling out a sword from its scabbard, performing a cover, and being able to perform countercut strikes or be in position to counter thrust, etc. The last video I had out there was with me in armor all the way down from being regular army jacket all the way up to brigandine with arm harness, and exploring the limitations and explorations that come from that in regards to having a belt on, everything else here, and the limitations I might experience out there. Today I'm going to break that down. I'm not wearing any arming clothes here. I'll be wearing my scabbard, and I'll be talking line by line as far as how each of these mechanics come together to form a greater action and function, which is to say the sword draw itself. So with that being the case, let's get into it.
We begin by assuming the posture of Porta di Ferro and perform volta stabile, the stable turn, so that we may play forward and back. My direction is in line with my hips and feet, so I am structured in both directions on one side of play. By shifting in one direction by keeping my focus forward, I am then able to maintain structure but also project into the wide variety of play. From here, I just, with a stable turn, extend into posta longa and extend outward towards my target vector. Viewing this from the front, we can see that my feet are ampled out enough so as to support the upper body. I may extend and turn and maintain the structure and play to the totality of one side forward and back. Once on the side, I turn my attention forward, but my hips are structured off to my left side. By extending upward and across, my arm swings with a stable turn of my foot. The hands are in the lower section of the body and may be adjusted to move around as I see fit. Assuming Porta di Ferro and having the sword belted to my side, I am able to turn on either side of the body, and my hands are in a place where I am able to make considerations of grabbing, maintaining, and controlling the sword itself. Once again, my hips and shoulders are structured forward, I'm looking forward, and in turning, I maintain the structure as well as grip capacity for the sword. Once in position, I turn slowly and extend out the arm into posta longa, performing the cover. From the front, again, we see that my feet are wide enough to support the turn and that I do not fall over myself in the process. My hands and hips are forward, which allowing myself to be able to grab the sword in any capacity. With a turn and keeping my forward focus, I'm able to there work on the side of my body that's turned and perform the turn into the cover. Fiore discusses performing an offline accrescimento while working into the cover against an opponent with a sword in one hand. In doing so, this gives me greater room to clear the sword from its scabbard and allow myself to get it into action, to perform the cover and then threaten my opponent with a tip in the face. I have also, through experimentation, discovered that this is possible by first stepping backwards prior to doing the accrescimento and into the cover. By stepping backwards into Porta di Ferro, I provide myself the space, which allows me to clear the scabbard of the sword and not cut through my fingers on the draw. This also allows me to get over to the side and pass offline and control the hands of my opponent, ending with the tip leveled in their face.
Thank you all for stopping by.
I hope this video has been informative as far as my perspective, again, how basic postures and positions and mechanics allow for us to achieve some greater potential out there in regards to the combat arts of Fiore. Since I've gone down this road of studying his manuscripts and putting a lot of his stuff to practice, it's invaluable to me, and just how important studying the small things have allowed me to achieve greater practice with my own fencing and combat art understanding of the times. Again, it doesn't have to be complicated in order to build and extrapolate out into a greater purpose. And this is just one of many Posta perspectives that I find is very useful in understanding why we have these structures, and that we're not necessarily trying to be wrestling, dagger, sword, but in reality is we're just trying to build shapes and structures against opponents. So with that being the case, that's the end of the video here for today. Please leave a comment below if you have anything, and like and subscribe for more content that's out there, and continue to ask questions if you do out there. Like I said, I'm on Facebook or here. Both sides work as far as contacting me. With that being the case, as always, please stay safe out there, train well, everybody, and fight on.